For years, agents kept asking us the same question. Can I just have my contracts with you? They came to us for training, for marketing, for support through the whole sales process, but when it came time to get contracted, they had to go to their IMO. So I started asking, what does your IMO actually do? Not what do they say, what do they actually do? And the answers were revealing. Training? I get that from Juicebox. Marketing? Juicebox. Support? Juicebox. The IMO was just standing between you, the agent, and the carrier. They're not independent marketing organizations, they're insurance middleman organization. And once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. So we actually became one. Let me show you exactly what I mean. In this video, I'm going to break down what IMOs actually do, where most of them fall short, and why we decided to build something different. If you've ever wondered whether your IMO is really earning their place in your business, or if you're just paying a middleman tax, this video is for you. And by the end, I'll show you how we do things differently and why you don't even have to move your contracts to find out if we are as good as we say we are. So let's start with the basics. What does an IMO actually do? Well, I've realized that there are 4 things. Number 1, they recruit agents. IMOs build their network, they find agents, and bring them into the fold to grow their organization. Number 2 is they contract agents with carriers. This is access to the products, right? The IMO has relationships with the carriers, and they give you the ability to sell those products. And number 3 is they develop and support agents. Training, case design, coaching, the stuff that's really supposed to help you be better at your job. And number 4 is supporting your marketing efforts. Like help you generate leads or help you get in front of those prospects, help you actually grow your business. Now, here's the thing. Most IMOs are pretty good at numbers 1 and 2, right? Recruiting and contracting. That's the core to their business model. But numbers 3 and 4, development of you and your abilities and marketing, that's where things tend to get a bit interesting. Let me show you what I discovered when I started looking at what IMOs actually deliver in those categories. I talked to an agent a while back, and he had done 10 dinner seminars. 10. Lost money on the first 9. Didn't figure out what worked until the 10th one. Now, this guy was with what everyone calls a top IMO. Great reputation, claims to have experts helping agents scale. So I asked him, where was your IMO during all of this? And he said something that stuck with me. Well, they gave me access to what their top guy does, but nobody showed me how to actually make it work for me. And that is the gap. Here's what most IMOs actually do when it comes to marketing and development. They have a short list of preferred vendors and partners. You want to do radio? Here's a guy. You want to do seminar? Here's a company that does seminars. You want to run digital ads? Talk to these people. They're not doing the marketing. They're referring you out. And here's the problem with that model. There's a massive disconnect between how you generate a lead and how you actually close it. Every marketing channel has different nuance, different first calls, different objections, different closing conversations. But when you're referred to a vendor who just generates the leads, and then you're left on your own to figure out how to close them, you end up like that agent, right? Losing money on 9 seminars before you figure it out on number 10. That was the first thing I saw. Most IMOs, they really aren't doing the marketing. They were just outsourcing it. And for the select few who do have in-house programs, legacy programs like radio and TV, they might help you produce the program, but they still aren't supporting the strategic selling systems specifically designed and proven to convert leads and opportunities generated from that specific marketing source. Almost all advisors I've met simply don't want to build a business model that's relying on $15,000 to $50,000 a month in radio spend or $7,000 a dinner seminar. But when I noticed something else, for years we'd been working with agents on marketing, lead generation, sales process, the whole journey from cold lead to closed client, and over, agents would ask us the same question: can I just have my contracts with you? Think about it, what that question actually means. Part of it was simple: reciprocity. right? They're saying, I'm getting the training from you, the marketing from you, the support from you. The one thing I'm not getting from you is the contracting. So why am I not going to, do that with you rather than going somewhere else? But there was also something else. They realized that if their contracts were in the same place as their marketing and sales support, they get access to so much more. Case design, product recommendations, new business support to make sure the money moves properly because you filled out the application correctly. All of these details that happen between the yes and the issue paid. When your contracts are somewhere else, you're on your own for all of that. Your IMO doesn't know your sales process. They don't know how you generated a lead, and they can't reconnect the dots. And in most cases, they don't even have the resources, people, or process to even begin to help you with the high leverage support around case design and case management. The stuff that actually drives you to issue the business. But when everything is in one place, it creates end-to-end integration, and that compounds your results. And the more I heard that question, the more I realized something. We were already doing the hard stuff, training agents to sell virtually, building campaigns that actually generate qualified opportunities, and supporting them through the entire sales process. The only thing we weren't doing was contracting with carriers. That's it. That was the only gap. And meanwhile, agents were going to IMOs who claimed to do it all, the things we were actually doing, just to get access to products. So we asked ourselves, why are we sending them away for the easy part? That's when we decided to become an IMO, but not the same kind of IMO everyone else is running. And here's what we actually do differently. Difference number one is we prove it first. Most IMOs point to their successful agents. Look what this guy did, or look what she built. And that's great, but it doesn't actually help you. Maybe it inspires you, but we actually run every campaign in-house first. We prove the end-to-end process ourselves. Then we teach it. And when we tell you something works, it's because we're doing it every day. Difference number two is the campaign connected sales process. This is the gap that I talked about earlier, the disconnect between generating leads and closing them. We design campaigns with their connected sales process, not separate. And how do you run the first call for the specific campaign, the second call, the close? These are the types of details that matter. Every campaign has different nuance. We build the whole system, not just the lead generation. Difference number three is end-to-end integration. We understand every step from cold lead, contact, qualifying planning, presenting, app submission, suitability approval, funds received, and ultimately issue paid. Every nuance along the way of that entire journey. And most IMOs hand you off to vendors at step one and pick you back up at step 7. We're with you the entire way of that customer journey. And here's something that matters more than people realize. When you join our IMO, you're not joining a scattered group of agents all using 50 different approaches. You're actually joining a community of producers who are all marketing and selling the same way. Same campaign strategies, same process, same language. That means when you have a question, when you're stuck on a case, when you need help, you're surrounded by people who understand exactly what you are doing. That's a different experience than being told, here's what our top guy does. Then you're left to figure it out. Now, here's something most IMOs won't tell you. To get access to the good stuff, the training, the marketing, the support, they require you to contract with them first. You have to get married before you even go on the first date. We don't work that way. You can keep your contracts exactly where they are. You can work with us. See if we are as good as we say we are. Verify that we actually deliver on everything that I just told you. And then, if you decide you want the complete integration, cold lead to issue paid, all under one roof, we can have that conversation. If you want to see what this looks like, book a call with our team. There's a link in the description. Otherwise, there's plenty of other videos on this channel. I'll see you in the next one.